Hey, Andrew here for MIIXtablet.com. I'm at the press conference from Lenovo right now during IFA 2016 in Berlin, and in front of us is the Lenovo MIIX 510. That's a new Windows tablet that was just announced, but there actually were a couple of leaks beforehand, and where all those leaks were true. And in this video we want to take a closer look at the Lenovo MIIX 510. First of all, for the price in Europe, it will go for $799, including the keyboard and including an active stylus, which is quite nice. So let's take a closer look at the tablet itself first without the keyboard and maybe even without the stylus. So what we see at the back, immediately it looks very similar to the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. It has a very similar design. We have a metal case here, which feels very nice, and we even have a kickstand that's made out of metal as well, and it looks very similar to the Surface Pro 4, but also the Lenovo MIIX 700 that was introduced exactly a year ago. So this one is made out of metal, and you can put it back quite a lot. That's very nice. So you have very good angles. You can position it in whatever angle you like. That's good to know. So let's take a closer look around the device. Here we have a power button, a volume rocker, then an audio port over here, a speaker, a magnetic keyboard connector. On this side we have another speaker. That's a power plug. This is a USB 3.0 port. And I'm not sure what this is. It's probably a USB Type-C or even micro USB, maybe a display port. Well, I'm not sure. Just read it in the description. And on here, that's quite important, are active fans. Inside runs an Intel Core i processor. It's a Core i3, i5 or i7. It's a 6th generation, and they're actively cooled with fans here. So we know the Acer Switch Alpha 12, which goes for $799 as well. This one has a Core i5 as well, and it has liquid cooling, which is quite nice because we don't have active fans, but we have those over here. So let's take a look at the front of the device. We have a webcam over there, then a couple of errors because I pressed a lot of things already. Let's not save all of this. We have a webcam over here, a 12-inch display. It has a full HD resolution with 1920 by 12,000 pixels, so it's a lot lower than the Surface Pro 4 and even lower than tablets like the Huawei MateBook or the Acer Switch Alpha 12, which have a little higher resolution. As I said, inside is an Intel Core i processor of the 6th generation, up to Intel Core i7, up to 8 GB of RAM, but there will also be a 4 GB version, and I'm sure the SSD will start with 128 GB and goes up to 512 GB. Obviously on here runs Windows 10, nothing new here, it's just Windows 10, we know it on a tablet very well by now. So let's take a closer look at the keyboard cover, and again the keyboard cover as well looks very similar to the type cover from the Surface line, and it has a lot of similar functions. It's not made out of the exact same materials. This is kind of a fakey leather back, and this is actually plastic. So with Microsoft we have kind of a different texture. The keyboard is quite nice. I could type on it pretty good. There's a touchpad on here. And now let's go to the same features like the type cover. We have first of all a magnetic connection, of course, and then we have a magnetic bar here so that you can angle the keyboard a bit. That is very nice to have. All tablets should have it if they are able to replace a notebook, which this one definitely can. So you also got the stylus. It's an active stylus. I think it has 1024 pressure points. Maybe it has a little bit more. Check the description if you want to know it in more detail. And this is just a standard active stylus. You can write on it and do whatever you like with it. Let's just open Notepad here and open the on-screen keyboard so we can do a little bit of handwriting recognition that's built into Windows. It's nothing that Lenovo pre-installed. They seem to have installed a couple of stylus features, but I didn't have the chance to look at them yet. So we are just using the Windows stuff, and let's see. Yeah, it recognizes it pretty good. That's just in Windows, so but it's very nice. Stylus feels quite well. I'm not sure if it's made out of plastic, probably, but you should be able to write on it quite easily. There are two integrated buttons here. You can replace them for an eraser or the right mouse button or something. There's no eraser on the back and no laser pointer, which Huawei has in their stylus for the netbook, which was quite nice. But overall, I think the Lenovo MIIX 510 here is a quite interesting tablet. I'm not sure though for $799 if you get the Core i3 version for $799. Then the Acer Switch Alpha 12 might be a little bit better choice. That one is $799 as well with the Core i5 and liquid cooling, while this has active fans. But the build quality is very nice, made out of aluminum. Overall, the Lenovo MIIX 510 seems to be a very nice tablet, also because you can get it with LTE, which not all Windows tablets do. Actually, only quite a few have LTE as an option. So this is a quick hands-on with the Lenovo MIIX 510. I'm NJ for mynexttablet.com. Thanks for watching.